Hey everybody, it's Rick OShay playing MPQ Marvel Puzzle Quest. It's a big day in MPQ world. The Sinister 6 boss event is open, and hopefully your alliance has got a good shot at it so far, rolling in toward the great rewards on the individual side and the alliance side. It's a brand new release event for none other than Iron Spider, the 4-star SpiderMan. You will earn him through your alliance progress. Hopefully you guys can get into round 5, 6, or even 7 to start getting a run on those covers. Our guys have made a huge run so far, and we got the first red cover for Spidey. Can't wait to get some real play in with him soon now that he's on the roster. But the great spot, the boss event is fun. We're going to get some fights in there, but also the shield training to help you work out the new power set for the brand new 4-star Spider-Man is available, and here he is right there with a couple of teammates to play. So we're going to get into that as well. We'll start with a couple of easy nodes in DDQ and pull some tokens all the way and try to make this pretty quick. And by the way, before we forget, the Webbed Wonder event is wrapping up tonight, and don't let me forget to get into this node here called Case Closed, where you earn a 4-star Howard the Duck cover for free. Watch the rotation of the rewards. There it is at the bottom right corner. Alright, so we'll get into that. Let's start in DDQ first. We're going to blast through it quickly. There's so much going on today, and the boss events are kind of funny at the beginning because they start easy, and you get yourself locked out for hours on end until it's time to hit it again. So let's get into the DDQ node, and the character is going to be a lot less exciting now that we saw the rest of the stuff, but Hood was the 4-star character here, and I wanted to bring along some characters that might be kind of interesting because Hood has a targeted destruction on the board, and there's some characters that have a good effect because of that. And one of them is one of my 5-stars, and I don't usually bring 5-stars into this match, but 5-star Daredevil has a green that's really cool if you can have it become destroyed. And it has great effects if the enemy team destroys it, by the way. So that's going to be colors in purple, green, yellow, black. So we just need a red and blue. And man, there's a lot of red and blue choices out there, and maybe somebody that could also help us build up a little bit of green or something like that, or build up yellow. So maybe let's go with a red and blue to the likes of, well, let's just bring in Cap in this case, but he plays so well with Hood, strangely enough, and let's bring in our big Captain America instead of our other one. There we go. This will be the team. We should be able to get through this right away, but I'm going to try our best to be able to get the effects that we were talking about with Daredevil's green ability. So let's start with purple. It's an awesome stun from Daredevil. Now we have some options here with trying to set up an extra move. Let's see. How about we go with this to move a red over. Squirrel Girl's in. She's going to mess up our alignment. I didn't think we'd get the other guy knocked out so fast. Yep. Just like she does. Shows up and ruins everything. Alright, let's take her out here. Those strike tiles are really going to add up fast with Daredevil. I hope we can get our green going and then yellow quickly enough. I should have brought in Daredevil when he was already at full health, then he wouldn't be creating those strikes just to get through this. Let's yellow lines up a green match. I think our plan may fail here because we're just going to end up winning too quickly. Move over to this guy. Actually, let's stay on him since he has more health. We'll take our strike tiles out of the match here. Set us up with the green. We need more green. This sets us up with the green, if we can get it. Okay, let's move over to this guy. Let's do green this way in case it lines up a yellow. Nope. We're up to 9 yellow, and we haven't really matched a lot of yellow yet because Hood builds up AP for colors on the board that have more than 9 in quantity on the board, so he just passively builds up AP for you. So even though he has a low health, he can be very helpful on the right team. Let's see. Blue should be a pretty weakish attack. Yep, there we go. Trying to find a way to get this to happen. Shouldn't have been playing Daredevil earlier. I was using him in the Black Vortex event where he's really good with Rocket and Groot and Gamora. Like, super good, actually. Alright, what do we do here? We want to get a yellow match somehow. Let's just do black. It won't count for much. Uh-oh, too much purple. This thing's just about over. The enemy team matches yellow, and watch it. We're going to steal some here in a second, I think. Nope, they matched it away. So now there's not enough on the board to qualify. Good example, Rick. This thing's going to be over too soon. Doing 1,700 damage per turn. That'll speed things up. Well, we're going to get our green qualified here, but we just didn't make it with our yellow. And that's too bad. The same thing with Cap could be able to play his shield tiles, his countdown tiles. I wanted to test and see if he could place that onto Daredevil's his own green countdown tile to replace it and get the qualify for the damage. So if you guys have done that, let me know. That was going to be the goal and kind of blew it. Just ran through that too soon. So let's just run through the Behemoth Burrito and be done with DDQ for the day. One of my favorites, Gwenpool. Just because she's fun to play. She does not have a lot of health, and that makes her a little bit, you know, not too good to play with very often, and she really doesn't play well on defense for you. The computer does not play her abilities very well. Mostly because she has no incentive to try to match away that hero gun to be able to unlock her green power. That does hit really well. It's just the AI doesn't get it done for you very well. So real easy to beat when she's on defense. However, when you play with her and get good at it, she is fun and amazing. Purple ability hits really hard for only 9, and if you keep a sheet handy that tells you what her codes do, or cheat codes kind of, or exploits, then she can be super helpful for you. Alright, so the red is lined up, but it's going to be a match 4 the wrong way, so I wish I could get that purple up top, but I really need to match that away first. Chekhov's gun is now the power changed from the passive side. Now it's an active ability, active green, so we'll get a green match here. Super love Gwenpool's green ability. It hits random enemies with 3 different shots, and each shot does a lot of damage. My Gwenpool's up over 5,000, I believe. Let's double check again for each shot. Thanks for jumping on the chat, guys, and I can see the names come across, but I'm sorry, on my mobile I can't read the chat until I get back onto my normal streaming device, so sorry about that, but I appreciate you jumping in. Let's see, let's get a purple here. Maybe we can play a move that gets us a bunch of green here in a second. Yep, we're going to be able to. Excellent. Let's go with this red that drops a nice green match. Lucky purple. Cool. So we're up to 9 purple just in time to do a move, and I usually play Gwenpool's abilities such that I can set up or destroy a certain column or a row that will line me up with other great moves for her. And I don't have the cheat sheet in front of me, and I even keep it very handy. I have a link to it, I believe, down in the main description area below where our videos are. And so if you need to jump to it, that's fine. I also have the sheet hosted on the internet, but since I'm on mobile, I'm not going to get to either one. So let's play Gwenpool's. I remember her random tile destruction code, and it's basically the 3, 4, and 9 buttons if you want to number them. And so if you remember that, it's top right corner, middle left, bottom right, and does really good damage and destroys a bunch of random tiles on the board. I could have hit a stronger enemy, but what I'm trying to do is get to our green ability. So there's a green match. I hope they don't take it. I want to get this charged tile purple match, so they can't have that one. And they take the green. Darn, I was hoping to get it all. Alright, so check this out. Here's what not to do. Don't get an extra move against Jean Grey. I'm going to do it just for fun. Let's make sure the character animations are on. There's an extra move down there. Jean Grey will stun your team, remove strong AP, and do team damage. So let's just do it for fun. Here we go. Not what you want to do, but I'm good at doing the stuff you don't want to do, and it's kind of fun to see that once in a while if you haven't. So let's go with something random. Try to line up more purple and green. Just not a lot of green going on the board here. Hood should be stealing some of the purple and green for us. There's team damage. Okay, what do we do here? There's not a green match, but there's a couple of purple. This is awesome. Good double move there. And now that there's a lot of green on the board, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's a bunch of green on the board. So the enemy team has 8. Let's see if Hood can steal a bunch of our additional green for us by, let's try to leave that on the board. Can we make a match that leaves green on the board? I don't see a match that would leave it. Alright, that's okay. They'll take a green match and then we'll try to steal it anyway. Stole yellow. Let's play Gwen's purple ability again. And I remember a column code. I believe it is 246. Destroys row 6. Yep. Nice. That's a knockout, and luckily enough, it lined up a green match for us. We have Hood's yellow ready to play, but that would end the match. I want to end it with the green. Finally, here we go, and here is, we'll play Gwenpool's both of her abilities in a row. I'll play her green last. We'll play Plot Armor first. It places pretty strong projectiles, actually, and sends your teammates airborne. So that's helpful if you have a team damage hit coming from the enemy team, and you can at least have just Gwenpool take the damage with the protection of the projectiles are relatively strong. And now let's end it with one of the funniest animations in the game, Chekhov's gun. Here we go. Fun win. So it does 3 different shots of 5,000. So if you have 2 enemies remaining, it will hit one of them for about 10,000 damage and the other one for 5. That's super helpful sometimes for making sure you don't overkill and miss any damage possibilities. If you have 3 enemies all over 5,000 health, it's random who will get hit and how many times. There we go. So let's get into the shield training next. No, you know what? Let's do swipe left, because I know I'm just going to forget. We need to get this node done. We're going to earn our Howard the Duck cover. We are really looking forward to getting a cover for him, because it could be his 13th. But if we get his green, it'll be unusable. So I really would like blue or purple. And so let's play with Thor and Jessica Jones. They're both boosted, and just because it's a potential for our buddy Howard, let's bring him into the match as well. See if we can keep him alive through this. It's a wave battle, so it could be pretty tough, but Thor and Jessica Jones are awesome, and I did level Jessica up a little bit, so she does tons of damage. We'll go for blue first, because we want to be able to reveal where she is hiding, or she's placing random trap tiles, but they're enemy trap tiles. So we want to see where they're going to be at. And Thor's going to just be destroying the board and causing tons of damage, building up AP every turn like he does best. There's our blue. Now we have 6. That's the minimum I need. And you see that little flash revealing where the hidden intel is on the enemy. So I think one of these blacks over here is a trap tile. Let's see if we get it matched. There it is, damning evidence. We found where that was, and the match set it off. Very cool. We earn our team's strongest color when that happens, and that is going to be green in this team because of Thor. Alright, I didn't see where the traps may be on this next one, so let's just do a move on top. Watch quickly where the reveal happens. That's where she gathers intel. Here comes the second wave. This is wave 2 out of 4, so there's a whole bunch of enemies in this kind of a boss level wave node. Let's go here. Now watch closely. Damning evidence is always placed on Jessica's colors, red, blue, or black. So even if you just plan on matching her colors, you could match one of the traps without knowing you're going to get it. Alright, let's just move over. Let's hit this guy once and see if we can find these trap tiles. I need to watch a little bit closer where they're being revealed at. I think I see one. So let's move over to the Dawn. I think we got him. Yep, there it is. About 10,000 damage with the levels I've moved Jessica up to. And so we're up to 26 green. Let's do a shot of God of Thunder. That's going to knock out the rest of these guys. See who comes up next in wave number 3. Again, it's non-tile movers. So if we play it right, we can get by without using a lot of AP and just let it build up while we destroy them with match damage and Thor's damage. Look at that lucky drop. Awesome. Okay, there's going to be so much purple on the board here. Let's take out some other colors. We need to try to get down to those traps where they're hidden at. I think we got one right here. There it is. Our green is up to 25 already. We're going to hit this. I want to hit this final enemy wave and just get there with powers and not even have to do anything else. For fun, let's set Howard invisible. Creates a bunch of invisibility tiles so he can't be targeted for enemy damage. And let's go ahead and take this guy out with one shot. Now here comes the final wave. We're fully prepared to take them out with all of our ability points. Doc Ock is a boss level Doc. Let's hit him with God of Thunder. If it doesn't take him out, it'll be really close. Yep, there we go. Hood is knocked out. Let's hit Moonstone with, see if we can play Bill of Rights for fun. If they had special tiles, Howard would have removed them. Now let's hit Jessica Jones Defensive Straight, I think is how you pronounce it, for a good amount of damage. Body check. Take Moonstone out. And let's see if Howard's green can do enough damage to finish the fight. It'll destroy all greens on the board, and he wins it. Pretty fun run. Root for no green on this Howard the Duck cover. What's it going to be? Here it is. It's green! Oh no! Disaster! We're going to have to wait on Howard the Duck until they play this event again and hope for a different color than green. We needed blue or purple. Well, I blew it. I should have had my lucky sidekicks play this for me, and that's what I get for trying it myself. Oh well, it was fun. We'll get back in and play. We'll play the boss fight. We're against boss level Doc Ock. Let's give him a shot here. Should be pretty easy, although just like the boss in the Sinister 6 event, he does have special abilities compared to the 5-star Doc Ock. He is boosted up quite a bit. Howard might not matter for this battle. Let's keep him in. We did really well with that team. Against a single enemy, we should be just fine. He does have 31,000 health, though, so we have to be pretty careful with what we do with Thor, for example. I want to keep Jessica matching every color we can. That's why I leveled her up to the point where she will match red instead of Thor. She has higher match damage on red. Okay, so we got our blue qualified, and look at that. We happen to find a trap tile for the enemy already. This guy is already in terrible shape. We might be able to take him out before he plays a single power. This is going to just about do it on Thor's next turn here. This is it. We might as well have Jessica finish the fight. That was a little too easy, but Thor is a little overpowered when he's in God mode, no problem. With the boosted 5-star character. Good points, good finish, and we get a really nice boost of ISO 5,000. Hope you guys have gotten that far as well. Good luck with your Howard the Duck covers. Let's move on to the tokens area, and then we'll get into the training and the Sinister 6. I know I've taken a long time, but we don't have a whole lot of tokens. We'll be able to blow these out here pretty quick. 6 elites. Hope to get a gold. There's a gold. 3-star Rockin' and Groot. Very cool. Bonus time. Oh, I didn't set a bonus. I forgot to set a bonus, so it randomly chose Luke Cage. I'll need to check to change that quick. Not a big deal. Of course, that's a good cover. But who do I want in the 3-star realm to be chosen as a bonus hero? I think we want it to be probably someone who's next closest to the next good token. I imagine that's probably, let's see, 223 is a 4-star. Is that right? Yes. So let's put it on, wouldn't mind getting another Carol. Let's put it on her for short term. Okay, no problem. Back to the token. Sorry for that stop there. Let's keep going. Want to manage your bonus heroes quite a bit. You never know when you're going to get them. There's Black Widow. 3-star. That moves her 1 notch closer to a 4-star reward. And that's it for those. Let's move over. We'll do the heroics last. Well, you know what? Let's do them now. There's only 3. I had a whole bunch in the last video. And we ran really well again. We got a 4-star from our draws in the last video. If you haven't seen it, make sure and check it out. We'll do the daily special. And it's gold. That seems to work out plenty. Doctor Strange. Very good. Okay. Mostly interested in, we'll do the Black Vortex ones. We'll do the Sinister 6. We only have 3. We'll get more, but we'll get into this. It's got a chance at the new Spidey. He's included in the 1 in 17 odds, but of course 1 in 17 odds of getting a 4-star in general, and he's one of the 60 plus 4-stars potentially available. So you know, it's not going to be easy to get the new Spider-Man, and there's boosted odds currently on Red Hulk. So let's do it. We've got 3 tokens. I hope to get even a 3-star at all, and there it is right off the bat. 3-star Gamora. Okay, bonus qualified. Very nice. Captain Marvel. Another gold. That's Hood. So that's 3 3-stars and 2 tokens from Sinister 6. That is a great start. We're not done yet. That's all gold in a row. Another Hood. Amazing. Okay, Sinister 6 is rewarding so far. Appreciate the viewer luck kicking in there. And Webbed Wonder. So this vault's ending in a little over a day, and my event ends tonight. Let's get into it with the 6 tokens. Hopefully we can get another reward on this front page of items. Spiked 1 decent hit so far. Let's see. 3-star Spidey. Okay, not bad. Colossus, yellow. I need his black, I believe, but maybe the yellow will be okay. No, I think that's going to be extra. I don't need his yellow. Dang. Oh well. It's still a 3-star. Sells for good ISO if you can't use it. Last token from this group so far. And just a 2-star, so we'll do the daily reward. Daily discount. And look at that. We got a support token. That's awesome. Alright, that could be up to a tier 2 level support, I think. Let's just go back right away and do that. See what we get. I like getting supports because even if you don't get a new one that you haven't had before, it'll be a duplicate worth a bunch of red ISO, and I'm saving up red ISO to make these supports actually matter. They're pretty low at the beginning. We get a 2-star, and it's a duplicate support, so that's too bad. I wanted a new one, but if you do get a duplicate, man, it pays the red ISO. 7,000 would take forever to earn through daily play. That's a lot of red ISO in one shot. We got the Sharon Carter Tier 2 duplicate. Cool. Moving on, let's go back to Web Wonders done, and now we're done with the tokens. Good enough. Let's go to the character levels, and then we'll finish out with a couple of plays in the shield training and the Sinister 6 boss event. Run these out quickly. 1 stars, I just sell them. 2 stars. Dakin takes a level up to 116. Not much going to happen in this group. Ares. Moonstone. Okay, that's a big deal. She goes to 144, maxed out. Sellable now. That's very helpful. Hawkeye's coming up. And Steve has a little while. No problem. Little ways to go there. Alright, that's it for the 2s. And just to double check, yep, got days to worry about the rest. Fantastic. Let's move on to Thor here. 190 for 1,000 ISO back. That's great. In our last video, we did champion a couple of 3-star duplicates that we rostered, for the second time. Level on Spidey takes him up to 173. Got a max champ version of him. Hood, we need to add those into our duplicate version of Hood, so we'll do that in a little bit. Let's check Captain Marvel. We got a level for her, 219. 4 more covers, and she'll hit 223 for a 4-star Carol. Gamora, I think we need to add that in directly as well. Let's go down to Doctor Strange takes a spot. So the 3 stars we champed last time, if you didn't see the video, or re-championed, if you want to call it that, was, let's see, was it Squirrel Girl for the second time, maybe? And, somebody else. I'll have to take a look. I thought I'd remember. Gray Suit Black Widow takes a level. Luke Cage was my surprise bonus hero. Very good. Rocket and Groot. 207 now. And let's keep moving down to, there's another Hood, and Scarlet Witch was a placement in progress reward. So she gets a few levels. Crosses 10,000 health for the second time. I've got a max champ version of her. I might sell it. Might sell her. And She-Hulk we're working on. So great. Hood and Gamora. Let's go. So the characters we championed last time were Doc Ock and Vision. It was great to get their duplicates filled out at 13 covers. Another spot on Gamora here, so she'll go up to 543, coming along really nicely. And back over to Hood, who needs a lot of help because he's just a brand new dupe that I've rostered, and need his yellow. Blue goes up to level 3. And Intimidation will take 2 notches up to 3 as well. Great. Let's get to the 4 stars and be done with this so we can get into a little more action. There's our sad Howard the Duck. We got green. I didn't need green. It's already at 5 covers. Needed blue or purple, so that's going to wait. It'll probably get sold. I doubt I'll find a way to get another Howard the Duck in time to champion him and add that cover in, so that's fine. We're done with the character leveling. Let's get into... we'll do shield training in a second. Let's jump into Sinister 6. This might be faster. We've got to clear either of the boss fights because my team made the new round. Whenever your team clears a round, then the bosses open up for an additional fight. Let's take on, let's take on this one first. It's random who you start against first, but it says Venom, Carnage, and Dr. Octopus, so that should be the order you see them in. So who do we take them on with? Well, I've been using Thor because he's just so good. And with Doc Ock's special tile that he places, it takes some luck to get it matched or some targeted board destruction. So I'm going to let Thor build up red AP for Rogue, and let's just should we keep Jessica in, or should we move to somebody else maybe? Yeah, we should probably go to somebody else. Who should it be? Hawkeye's boosted in. He would only be blue and purple. It wouldn't be too exciting. So we've got red, yellow, green, black, purple, blue are the other colors we could use. It just makes a lot of sense to bring in Jessica Jones. But let me see here. How about we bring in... We'll just bring in the Totally Awesome Hulk. He's also got board destruction with his green in the area of the board that we want to use, so that gives us two options. 16,000 health Venom can be pretty difficult, especially because he can go invisible, and will. Let's start out this way. I should do matches that don't put Thor in a lot of damage. Now, Venom doesn't make moves against you. A couple of the other bosses do, so this allows you to really play a little more strategy into the matches you're making against him. There's an extra move, luckily enough. Purple doesn't help me. I should have brought along Main Event Hulk instead of Totally Awesome Hulk, looking back on things. I still think Rogue's going to be good. This will be damage, but since he's invisible, it won't hit him for the damage. Adds green to the board. And now we have just about enough red to play Rogue's red ability when it makes sense. So we need to get lucky in removing his invisibility tiles, or let him get enough and pop out and do damage to us. The problem with Rogue and Thor is you don't have a way to get Rogue in front because Thor tanks all of the colors. So here we go. We've got almost all of our abilities ready to fire. Let's play Hot Dog Stand because that charges some blue and green for us. And with charged blue, we can build up for a much more damage from TA Hulk's green ability. Okay, so is there going to be a way that we can get all of those invisibility tiles destroyed at the same time? Probably not. So let's keep a TA Hulk move available. Venom, what does he jump out when he has 5 on the board? I need to reread his powers. I haven't played them for about a year, it feels like. Alright, so there's 4 on the board. Let's get a red match here. We've got so much AP. The good thing about Thor is we could do team damage and take him out because of that green. So let's just do that and move on. Team damage hits invisible tiles, characters I mean, because they can't hide from a power that hits everyone, essentially. So that's a good knockout blow on him, and now we can worry about Carnage, who gets pretty mean if you let him get rolling. It's a good thing that the enemy AP pools start over between each round, so he starts with 0. Our continual damage is going to do pretty good against him. Let's go ahead and hit him. We have all kinds of red. Let's play Rogue's damaging ability right here to pick up more red from it. That'll knock him out. And now here's the hardest one of the three enemies, in my opinion, and it's mostly because of his tentacle tiles. You have to either destroy them all by matches or targeted board destruction. And his special tile right here is the hardest because it has to be destroyed by a line break or a power. And so let's do this. We have a really fortunate positioning. All of his tentacle tiles are in a 3x3 block over there. Rogue can destroy a 3x3 block by her targeted board destruction right there. And she also earns AP for the tiles that you destroy. So now his special tile is a normal countdown tile, and the timer continues on it. We could destroy it, but let's see if we can get it with some matches. Let's go for like something like this. Oh man, how lucky. We lined up for a match and then Thor ruins it. He's going to continue destroying green, so we're going to need to hurry up and find a way to make this matchable if we can. Alright, would a green fall down and match it automatically right there? Not quite. Oh, it's an extra move. Can we get it? No, but here it is. Thor finally got it lined up for us. When you get that matched away, Doc Ock stuns himself for 5 turns, and that should give you enough time to do whatever you need to win it. But let's have Rogue. She's been an MVP in this fight so far. Let's have her just play the final blow and win the fight. Great. That's over for 42,000 points. A lot more personal progress and a command point for the finish. Very cool. Okay, let's get into the other side of the boss fights, featuring Goblin, Vulture, and Sandman. They should be in that order, but it's random every time you come here, so make sure you look at the text in the bottom middle of the screen so you know who you're going to be against. Goblin can be pretty tough because he has his henchmen involved, and they like to be in the way. So let's do this. Instead of Totally Awesome Hulk, let's bring in Main Event Hulk. Rogue was great, but how about we do something like, let's see, Red Hulk should be fun. I'm going to keep Thor just because it will speed this along a little bit more. If you want to see a bunch of different teams, Greysuit Black Widow has a red ability that that allows you to destroy certain areas of the board, and there's a lot of characters that can do specific things that might help you against these bosses. Kind of playing with the big guys right now to make this, speed up the process a little bit. So we knock down one of his henchmen, and that actually hurts Goblin when you do that. But if you have it so that if you destroy Goblin, down him first, then you don't have to worry about his henchmen. He's just down and they go down. Oh, how lucky. Okay, so we got the round over with just because of the match damage, and we earned enough yellow to play Main Event Hulk's yellow ability, which I'm a huge fan of. I think it's actually underrated. The MPQ community does not give it a lot of credit. The crowd goes wild. Places fortified countdown tiles, so it's very hard to have them be matched off the board. And they either do AP generation for you, each one, or team damage, each one of these countdowns, or earns burst health back for Hulk. So all of the effects are really good. I was hoping to get our purple ready to fire off for a Gamma Power Bomb. It's one of the most fun abilities to play in the game, if you ask me. There's the crowd goes wild. Team damage kicking in. I don't think Vulture's going to last even another turn, and it's going to be already over. Winners. Now here comes Sandman. He can be a lot more dangerous because he adds a lot of yellow to the board and has a automatic damage reduction from powers that you play against him. So I already made the mistake where I had like a 12,000 damage blow, that I thought it would down him, and it only did about 8,500 or 9,000 damage or something like that, because I forgot about his damage mitigation. So we have enough AP to take him out, but we're have a chance at getting this purple ready. Let's see if we can do it. We have enough green to play Red Hulk's green ability. That could win the fight. Of course, Thor has his own green that could win it. We're just trying to experiment and have fun a little bit with these until the bosses get to be too tough, and then that's out the window. Then you got to play a little more strategically. Oh man, big damage coming from all of that. Oh man, I don't think he's going to last another round. So let's play Red Hulk's ability. Let's play Gamma Siphon. It is purple. Depletes the enemy green AP all the way, no matter how much they have, down to 0. And it builds up 7 green AP for you. Now that we have all that green AP, let's play Hammer and Anvil. And this will win the match. Team damage that would have done tons of damage against an enemy group of 3. That's a win. Next time I'll try to get Main Event Hulk's abilities played off if we have time to do that in another video. Guys, we are about out of time, but not before we get into the shield training. I've got to show you the brand new Iron Spider 4-star Spider-Man. Hopefully you've been in this shield training already to experiment, but here's a huge important thing when you're playing this training node. If you already have Lockjaw and Nova on your roster, and if they're championed, they will tank colors over this new Spidey because he's lower levels, and you won't be able to have him out in front to do what he does best, making his own matches to produce web tiles. So instead of my Lockjaw with 19,000 health, I need to click over to the system provided Lockjaw that's only at level 270. Same thing for Nova. Mine's at level 295. Grab the Team Nova for 270, and he's still going to tank red over Spider-Man, but at least Spidey will be up front for even purple matches just by randomness. So here we go. Let's make sure I have the Spidey that's at 270 and the system provided version of him. Oh, look there, he doesn't have his mask on. Let's get into the fight. Did they switch me out to my team or the ones I've chosen? Here we go. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for jumping on the chat. Guys, I'm sorry I can't see the chat text, but I can see our users that are in. So appreciate you being on and interacting with each other. I will review the video and respond in line with our guys that have been friendly enough to be involved. So in this setup, Spider-Man actually tanks team-up tiles as well. So every time I do a match with Spidey in green, blue, or red, or purple, or team-up, he will produce 2 web tiles. So that's a perfect setup. You want him to be able to make as many matches for your team as possible. So with 2 web tiles, every time I match those colors, the web tiles are really adding up fast. But I got to make sure I build up red along this progress here. And I'm going to target Storm because she can be a little bit of a pain protecting her team with that Windstorm ability. And her Raging Tempest, I mean, is the one that gets you back when you do too much damage to them. So let's go with, let's just do this blue here. Blue doesn't build up for any abilities, but it's my strongest color for Spidey. So it does the most match damage. Let's see. How about this blue? Lucky drop on green. Cool. Need to rush as much green as you can, because I like to play, from what I've reviewed with Spidey, I like to play his green ability twice in a row before using his red. That gets a whole lot of web tiles on the board. And then his red does an absolute immense amount of damage so far. Let's take this red up here. Got to get another red match before we can do anything. I'm leaving the other enemies at about, the 14,000 health level, and I could not believe it when I played this setup earlier. I had the board completely covered in about 18 web tiles, and the damage calculation was certainly above a one-shot. It worked out to be 27,600 plus in damage from a level 270 brand new Spider-Man. I'm not kidding, that's real numbers, and I saved it on a sheet, a calculation sheet to refer back to. I just could not understand how that damage adds up so fast. But we're trying to build up web tiles, and there we finally get our red ability qualified. Extra move is the perfect moment. So how much green do we have? 18. That'll allow us to play green more than twice. Perfect. Here we go. Sentry has 17,000 health. Watch this. All right. Thwip Thwip Pow places more web tiles on the board. It will avoid web tiles already on the board. It won't accidentally replace them with new ones. So it's always going to add more to the board. 6 apiece. Look at this. The board is flooded with web tiles. Sentry has 17,200 health. Here we go. Check this out. Proportional Punch does 2,000 plus damage initially, plus 1,000 damage for each of Spidey's color web tiles, and 500 plus damage for non-Spidey color web tiles. It's crazy. This is well over 20,000 health damage. Go. Sentry got completely knocked out for over 17,000 health, and unfortunately Storm fired back. And when Spidey takes damage and he's in front, he will reduce the web tiles by half. I forgot, I should have gotten Storm all the way out first. But we'll build up to this again if we have time. Let's see. There's Storm is out. I don't know how quickly. I hate to match web tiles, but we got to get red away from Thor. Let's go ahead and play some strike tiles. Speed this match along. A couple of times from Nova will really do a lot more damage. Blue Royal Escort has different effects depending on what color is most prevalent on the board. Let's go ahead with that one. We'll do maybe we'll get some matches from this Medusa tile swap. Nope, no matches, but at least we lined up some new double moves, etc. Here's that for 2 sets of Spidey matches. Cool. He's in front. He's going to mitigate this damage and remove some web tiles. I didn't really want any remove, but that's just what's going to happen. So either try to keep Spidey in front or not when you have power that's going to be played against you. Here we go again. Watch, this would be lots of damage, but he's going to deflect a lot of it. -1 from Call the Storm. Spidey took 1 damage from that. That's nuts. Just because of all those web tiles being protection for him. And they come back pretty easily. So a lot of people are going to play this version of Spider-Man with somebody like Miles Morales. I think that will really do well. And that is a victory. We've done it. So I think what I'll do, this node is replayable, and since it's replayable, we'll get into this node again in our next video if there's enough time, and then we can do some of the easy nodes as well. I do like the fact that this does not get locked out. You're able to play it repeatedly for fun with the brand new characters. So I am a little long on time. I appreciate watching that run through and the interaction in chat, guys. You guys are great. I'll pipe in on that later. Thanks so much for watching. If you need more MPQ, make sure and hit my friends' links down below the main area below our videos. On YouTube, you can hit up Mr. MPQ for great stuff, as well as Artem, who pipes in on the chat whenever possible. And if you're sticking with Twitch, double check KillPower559. He plays a lot, and you can really get some fun interaction with other fans in the chat there. Appreciate it, guys. Gotta run. See you in the next video. Make sure and follow and like if you could, and have a great night.